Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Adventures by D, Creator Corner Volume 2, with our special guest, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch.
This is part two.
Part two.
Like Hot Shots part two.
Thank you. Chris is making a guest appearance on our live stream. Thank you.
I'm a participant. I watch or listen, but you and Dean are into the Star Wars, so I'm letting father and son have that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're not fighting too hard to be on those streams. Let me just say that. All right. We're so excited to have on Creator Corner Volume 2, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. So let's bring her in. Hello, Kelly.
Drum roll.
Oh, we can't hear you. Hold on a second.
No, she's muted.
I was muted.
Okay. Welcome in, Kelly.
Yay, I'm so excited to be here. So, you know me and technology. I must have pushed a button. So I'm so excited. I love your channel. Love all the adventures you go on. So I'm super honored to be here. So happy
Well, thank you so much. We have, let's see, Byron and Chandler. Hey, welcome, Car Key, Space Mountain Dave. And let's see, Byron's in here. That's I mentioned him. Appreciate. Yeah, we're excited to have Kelly on after being on her channel. I don't know how many times. And
this has been a long time in the making. So
yes. And then Kelly, along with our co-friend Pete McDevitt, really helped us get to 1,000 subs late last year. It helped push us over the top. So we're excited about it. And I think we even have a special guest star. Like, let's see if we can bring him in. I hope he's ready. So
who could it be?
I don't know.
Oh my
who
goodness,
it
a
is.
special guest star.
It is a special a guest star. Let's bring him in. Oh, it's Mr. James Ryan.
Hey,
James.
I'm sorry. There was a special guest star, but he left and told me to take over. So
I saw Catherine Wilby's in the chat too. So
hey, Catherine, how you doing?
Welcome.
Welcome
Good to
in.
see you, James.
nice to see you guys. Congratulations on cresting well over 1,000 subs and having a really neat channel and doing all that great vlog work from all around, including your beloved state of Georgia. You guys do very nice work. We love it.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, we try. We're not native Georgians, but we've been here long enough. Our kids are native, and we feel like we're native Georgians. So, but
where
we're not
are you
here.
originally from? You probably told me, but I forgot.
Where are we originally from?
I'm originally from Miami, but Dave is from Indiana.
That's right, Dave. I have to invite you to the Indiana 50 states.
Oh, I would love to come on that. Yes.
Okay, I'm writing it down right now. That's why I'm asking. Tonight is 50 States of Disney, Michigan. Carol and Space Mountain Dave will be on. So.
Whoa, nice. Karki and Space Mountain Dave. That's awesome.
I know, right?
So you can check that out over on Kelly's channel at 9 o'clock. So
I'll reach out to you for Indiana. I'm adding you right now.
So with that, I thought maybe we'd start, Kelly, as you're writing down. Maybe you or James can give us a little bit of background on your channel, how it started, how you got your name, what made you want to do YouTube.
Yeah, of course. We lived in Arizona, me and the kids, and we went to Disneyland a lot. And Disneyland does a lot of like special events and foods, and you know how Disney is. So we started watching YouTubers to see what we needed to eat and what we needed to buy and what we could, needed to do. I think Disneyland in particular really does a lot of celebrations. So we wanted to know. So
That's
God's
right,
country, yes, God's country is Indiana. Yes, thank you, Carol. I do like to mention that a lot. But
God's country, but New York is God's city.
Take him out. Take him out.
In Kelly's honor, I know you do this a lot on your stream, so
it's my favorite thing. So
Listen, I warn you, Catherine Willoughby's here. She's not going to tolerate this kind of dallying.
I noticed
So-
she is Team James, so yes.
Yeah, she is. I have a T-shirt here. I'm sending her this. That's exactly that. But yeah, so we're watching vlogs, and I've always been very into like scrapbooking and taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. Even as like a young person, before cell phones, obviously, a long time ago, I always had a camera in my purse. My parents had bought me, like a little Kodak when I was in elementary school, and then I would just get nicer cameras, and I always carried a camera in my purse. So I think the photography and like capturing memories has always been a thing for me. So then when we started watching these vloggers and going to Disneyland, I thought, we could do this. We could do this and capture the memories, put it on YouTube. I never, ever in my wildest of imagination imagined that anyone would watch it other than like me and the kids. So we started with 8 subscribers because I have 5 children and a couple of them have a couple of accounts. And so we had 8 subscribers for quite a long time. And then I remember, I'm tearing up. I remember getting that first subscriber and I ran through the house. Friend. Oh my goodness. I ran through the house screaming, we have a subscriber that I have not guilted or threatened to.
However, the use of guilt and threat is very valuable now. We find it very effective registration tool.
So yeah, it's always a thing. So when we hit a new milestone, I'm always like, oh my goodness, and truly it's been such a surprise, such a joy, so much. But anyway, originally it was just to document memories and everything like that, and then it's grown in ways I never imagined. And gosh, I've met so many amazing people like you two, like of course the James Ryan, and the true friendships and love and just the second family that you just never imagine is going to happen. That I answered not the question you asked me, but
so Kelly, how did you migrate to live streaming so much? So a lot of your channel now, you have game shows, you're doing 50 states, you have like a brunch session you do very regularly in the middle of the day. Like, how did you migrate to all that?
I think vlogging definitely was the only thing available when I first started. And then live streams sort of came up, and Rob Fuzz has a fantastic channel, and he was kind of the leader of the band. He was kind of the leader of the community at that time. And he was always encouraging us to help each other. And then when live streaming came out, he was like, hey, give this a shot. He was kind of giving everybody tutorials, and it kind of intimidated me at first, like, but I think when it just was so fun to hang out with friends. And then when kind of COVID happened, it became a way to socialize, have fun, and talk with kindred spirits that love Disney, that love travel, that, and just talk about stuff. So it really kind of was a surprise to me how much I love it. And, while you're in Georgia, I'm in Arizona, and we're still able to like hang out together, and that's cool. Otherwise, I don't know. Did that make sense? It's like inviting everybody into your living room in the moment, hanging out, having a great time. I'd love it. So I don't know how it just sort of evolved, and I would be on other people's live streams. They would be on mine. And I really enjoy it. The brunch is during my lunch hour at work. And it's kind of a fun stream where I don't have to plan a whole lot. And then the Sunday night streams are really, I think, our signature streams, where we do 50 states of Disney, celebrating all the Disney YouTube creators, supporters, all over this country and the state they live in. We have the Newlywed Game, which we were blessed to have you on. We also do 2 Truths and a Lie, which is more fun than it we're probably allowed to have. It's so fun. And so yeah.
You do spill the tea.
Spill the
Also.
Disney tea is
That's a fun
definitely definitely fun. And so every Sunday night is technically a Spill the Disney tea, but it is just great to have so many fantastic friends come on the channel and have a good time.
You spill plenty of tea during the daytime too. One of the brunches is things not to do at Disney, and I always leave laughing at some of the silliness that people engage in. It's really quite amazing.
Yes, we do that probably about every 6 weeks. We'll do a what you should not do at Disney that people have actually done. So, and it's, I'm always worried like we're going to run out of like ridiculous things, but people keep doing ridiculous things.
Right.
I think our last one we talked about the people fornicating on the People Mover.
Wow.
Or trying to deliver babies at the park. That's
going to be on our upcoming one. People now, it's a thing that expectant mothers. So spoiler alert, Tuesday we'll probably talk about this. But expectant mothers are intentionally trying to go into labor at Disney because Disney makes a big deal of it. They give your child like lifetime park passes, and they give you all this stuff. So man, it makes me want to be pregnant.
I would say anybody planning that has never delivered a baby, so they don't really know what. Like, I cannot imagine being in the Magic Kingdom and going through that. That is crazy.
No. That's
lifetime pass doesn't sound that bad.
So,
I know it might be worth it. It might be worth it.
Kelly, do you keep a master book or a notepad? How do you come up with all your running topics? Because you have every day you have a different.
I like to mix it up. I mean, as much as I love the Newlywed Game, and we could do it every Sunday, but I don't want our friends that watch to get bored. So, I try to keep it on a rotating kind of schedule, so that we alternate things. But I have ADD, and I come up with ideas at 2 a.m. So I have to write them down. So I do have a book where I write ideas down when I think of it, or it will leave my brain and be gone forever. And so, yeah, I do have a master book, and sometimes you're inspired by just events happening in the world. You're inspired by a story you hear. You're inspired by other creators who are doing something, and you're thinking, wow, that's a really cool idea. I will put a caveat there. If I ever see something that someone's doing that's really cool, and I want to do a version of it, I'll usually reach out to them. Or if I don't know them personally, I'll make sure that I shout them out. Like, hey, I saw this on so-and-so's channel. They're doing, and it's really fun. So let's try it here, so that's just a note to anybody that's but and did that make sense?
That makes sense. I think that's important for any kind of longevity on YouTube. At least I think that's a common thing both of our channels have in common. We do a lot of different things. I just don't want to do the same thing over and over, or the same park, or the same Buc-ee's,
yes,
or the same this, the same that. I think rotating them through and then adding some new stuff, I think helps with continuity, but I never want to be just one thing on YouTube.
What I love about Adventures by D, and anyone that's new here, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because you will love them. What I love is that you do you. So if you're going to Universal, if you're going to Disney, if you're going traveling, to really cool spots,
hey, well,
you put that in your
hello, my friend
channel. So it doesn't have to be one thing. It's called YouTube for a reason. So Dave and Chris, they're doing you. You know what I mean? And I love that. And welcome, Walt and Melissa. Our hearts and prayers are with you, of course. And so happy to see you here. We absolutely love Mouse Talk. But yeah, I think mixing it up as our interests change. While I love Disney and James loves Disney, we like to travel too. Or, I like to go to eat at breakfast places.
Like your most recent video.
Yes, yes. So, I think keep it fresh for yourself and for your friends that watch is just do what you're into at that moment. I absolutely loved, and I've mentioned this constantly because I loved it so much, where you went to the filming locations of Walking Dead. I loved that series. Have to admit I didn't watch the last season, but up to like season 11 I watched. Going to the filming locations and seeing them in real life was awesome. Really, really awesome.
And it's being dismantled as we speak. So when we go back again, it's going to look very different. We'll be able to do a side by side for
Oh my
Walking
goodness,
Dead.
that'll be so cool.
They've wrapped filming. The last part of this final season isn't out yet, but they're dismantling their Alexandria and yeah. So we'll go back and kind of show the difference and what was here and what's not anymore. So
I'm kind of with Jalen. Jalen and I are on a project of filming all the filming locations of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Most of it was filmed here in Tempe, Arizona. The Circle K. Oh my gosh, the bowling alley, the Waterloo Water Park, which is actually Castles and Coasters. And I went to Ted's house last weekend. Right after I went to the breakfast place with Vicky, I went and filmed outside of Ted's house. So I'm going to do Bill's house this week with Jalen. And so that's a little project we're working on.
But, I think I like the filming locations. Again, it adds to variety. Plus, in Georgia, as you know, I know you've been to the Whistle Stop and some of the other filming locations here for we just did Stranger Things. We've done the Nicolas Cage movie that was filmed here in Marietta. We did Walking Dead, which you just mentioned. We've done the Whistle Stop, which is fried green tomatoes. I don't mind doing those things. I'm kind of wanting to see if there's interest because I'm like,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. You got to plan a little bit.
Yeah,
it is a lot of work. So I didn't want to do it in one day. So you'll notice outfit changes. but
one of the cats in here.
So cute. But yeah, I love the Stranger Things one that you did. That was so cool. But there's something so awesome about it's like you've walked in the movie. When you go to one of those filming locations, it's crazy. It's awesome.
Hey Danny. Hey Walt. Welcome in, Brian. Karki is here. And who else do we miss in the chat? Appreciate everybody joining. Hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the content, and make sure when we're done, you go over to Kelly's channel and check out the 50 States at Disney. Michigan is 9 Eastern Standard. So,
Kelly, do you prefer live streams or doing the vlogs? Like, where's your heart now as your channel is?
I do like both. I like the camaraderie, the socializing, the highlighting other people part of the live streams. But I like capturing the memories of the vlogging. So it's hard to. It's like ask me which one of my puppies is my favorite. I can't.
I mean, on average,
but I do like both.
On average, right now, you're doing a new either live stream or vlog every 2 to 3 days.
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
So was that a conscious decision to keep up that kind of feed the beast, as I call it sometimes on YouTube? Because I know, like any job, especially YouTube rewards consistency, but it has to be, at least for our channel, I try to make it quality too and not just another video.
Yeah, I don't put out as many vlogs as I would like to. I literally still have film in the in the can, as they say, from like 2017. So I'm a little behind, but I really enjoy the process of vlogging. It's like therapeutic for me. You get to relive the memory. You get to stretch those kind of creative skills. I always learn a new technology item on that editing every time. You kind of get to be in this zone, and I really do enjoy that. But the live streams are so fun. They're really kind of like my adult socializing. I get to hang out with friends. I get to, bring friends on that have a channel and highlight them and hang out and laugh and have fun. And so as far as like a conscious effort, I am probably the world's worst YouTuber. I mean, as far as like, I try and I want to do well, but I'm not that business focused, I think, on it. Sunday nights are kind of like my signature show. So that's when we put a lot, James and I put a lot into the Sunday shows, especially the 50 States of Disney. That's usually at least a 2-week process of gathering information, gathering photos, putting them in order, making sure that we're really highlighting that state because I love America. I mean, I know we all do, but each state is so rich in history and food and famous people and places that you want to go and see and play. So we put a lot into those 50 States of Disney. The Newlywed Game is really, we've kind of got that down now, so it's not as much prep work, but I don't know. I just keep talking. I'm sorry. But the Sunday night
it's an interview show, dear. You can talk.
The Sunday night show is really where we put a lot of work and a lot of heart into that, and it makes my heart so happy that so many people join us on Sunday nights. It means a lot.
That's a good thing to say, but it's also a fun effort. We both like to travel. And when we brainstormed it was like, what could we do? We said, well, we all go to the various Disney locations from lots of places. Well, let's celebrate where we're coming from rather than where we're arriving at. And we came to the conclusion, my God, Uber Alice, I'm too big. Anyway.
Catherine.
You're gonna put your
they did that just for you, Catherine. That was all about you.
But yeah, even though Kelly's right, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. It's like when you guys go to your local theme park, there is, and this isn't heresy, this is just Americana. There's a world beyond Disney, and there's a great 50 state, launching pad of excitement out there.
Wait, there's something beyond that? No way.
And
we all do love Disney, but we have other interests. And one of my favorite things to do is road trip. I loved Road Trip America. It was something my parents, we very much did. I've done it with my kids. James loves road trip. So it's like going on a road trip, but what I also love about it is there's so many people in this awesome Disney community that we get to have them come on and share their pride of their home state.
Yes.
And so I just love that so much. And I just noticed Surf's Up. Surf Bum John is here, and another surfer, Surf Cherie is here. So welcome, Cherie.
And my favorite leg man, Dean.
Yes, he is quite the leg man, Dean is.
Thank you, Catherine, for sharing that stream. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content.
Absolutely. Bang, pop, that thumbs up button. Absolutely.
And I want to say welcome into, Surfer Girl, Sherry, Dawn from Hitchhiking Bones, Dean, Lakester, John the Surf Bum, Danny from Griswold, Family Vacay. Who am I missing?
Hi, Danny.
Catherine, Wilby. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, everybody, for joining
and coming in.
Movie Mania and Nick, that's right.
We were talking about movie locations. I know he just posted that he went and saw Jurassic World, so I can't wait to see that. And,
I have not seen that yet, but I'm looking forward to his review. Yeah, absolutely.
And I have to say, Dean the Turkey Likester, your Instagram is so funny. Very, very witty. You have
he's a witty guy.
Funny little witty things in there. So I always enjoy it.
How did you guys? So you're at your kitchen table one night and you go, let's have a YouTube channel. What was that sort of history of?
You can go ahead.
Really, our daughter Madison. If you watch the vlogs, we have 2 teenagers in high school. But it's really Madison, my daughter, that started the channel a long time ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. She was into a lot of different things. She wanted to start a YouTube channel. So we said, well, let's start it somewhere maybe not inside of our house in a non-public place. And then she kind of came up with the name and the catchphrase and
everything. She was the first one to film and edit. She did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So during the pandemic, Chris and I got more involved.
Well, we're sitting around. We had a ton of stuff, video, like you were saying, Kelly, and then a bunch of stuff. She's really into it. So we kind of started it with her, and we bring her son along when he wants to do it too. So it's a family affair. Primarily, we do more of it now than they do because their interests change. I mean, they're still into it, but they're busy. So busy.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So,
Or, I have an army of children, and they go in and out of it's cringy or wow, I really want to be on it. So
As kids do.
it's their choice, right?
Yeah.
Like if they want to be involved, they
Sean.
can. And if they don't want to be involved, that's fine too.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I get
You
that.
mentioned the pandemic, and I think actually I don't want to be too analytical, but I think it played a key role in the development of the YouTube community. When the
Oh,
parks were
sure.
down, the only opportunity we had to interact with friends in Disney was on YouTube. And I think people came to understand and appreciate the efforts of vloggers and those that recorded their live streams. So, you could touch the magic even though we couldn't go there. And I think a lot of development and a lot of good cheer developed, and we kept our spirits up. And I think it's a testament to YouTube that we were able to do so.
So I agree with that, James. I mean, we watched where's a lot of Resort TV One. They're one of our favorite channels during the pandemic, and some other channels as well. But
Yeah.
to your point, even they couldn't go in the parks when it was shut. So
Right.
it's a lot of older vlogs or whatever video you already had on YouTube until the parks opened up.
But that was a good comfort to us, I think. I know it was comforting to me, and I watched them as well.
So Kelly, what are some of your favorite memories doing YouTube, whether it's a vlog or just an activity that you tried to film, maybe went well or didn't go well, or
I think my favorite thing about this thing called YouTube is the fantastic people that you get to meet, the friends you get to make. And, I say this all the time. So, my friends that are in chat, I'm so sorry. But, we're doing everything that we tell our children not to, converse with people on the internet and meet them in person, and it's so awesome. Like, we met Dawn, the Hitchhiking Bones, who's in chat, and it wasn't like, when you meet somebody for the first time and it's a little bit like, oh, I'm meeting them for the first time. No, it was like we had forever been friends because we had been forever friends on this thing called YouTube. So it was just like seeing her again, not meeting her for the first time. And real true friendships that you get to make. That is my absolute favorite part. And there isn't a person in chat that I haven't met that I don't absolutely want to, so
that's very true. But there are moments when the fish got away. We were on the train going around Disneyland, and we're filming.
Take him out.
No, let me finish the story, then you can bounce me if you will. But we're on the train and we're having a wonderful time. We go all the way around Disneyland. We did it live, but we were so happy we were going to put this vlog as a testament memorial to the train being returned. And a wrong button got pushed, and there it went into history. So,
oh no!
I accidentally deleted the live stream. Like, I really should put my glasses on, but I was doing it on my phone, which I wasn't.
It's so easy to do.
So it was like, but it was so, that was really fun. Well, it was wonderful to be. I'm tearing up again. It was wonderful to be back at Disneyland. Disneyland is, took so long to open. And, we went just a week or two after it reopened. And it was just so wonderful to be back in Disneyland. And, oh yeah, it was amazing. And, riding the train all around, and so many of our friends that, are here in YouTube were on that, in chat on that live stream. And it was a magic moment that I accidentally deleted.
And then there's the surprise moments. We were in downtown Disney very recently, and for reasons that still escape my memory, Kelly just handed me the phone and said, "We're going over here. You go ahead and continue." Now, I'm sort of the Ed McMahon of the operation. I'm not the Johnny Carson. So all of a sudden, I'm holding on to this phone, and I'm in a store, and I'm a notoriously poor shopper. So I don't know what to do. and like all these messages are coming in. I'm like, ah. So
I think Candy Mom was directing you from the chat. Go this way, go that.
and then people are saying, refresh, you're getting fuzzy. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So
it looks so easy to live stream, and it's not.
It's not.
It takes a lot to do.
You know, I think if you're going to live stream in a park, you absolutely need a separate phone that you only use for live streaming. You know, and so start there. I don't know. I get so awkward when I think.
It's a skill. I mean, beyond just the cell reception, but just to entertain folks that watch through your phone and let them be part of it, and not stand in a line for an hour and try to find, you know, whether you can get on the ride or not, try to show food or merch, and then
try not to show the other people because they're not wanting to be on it. You know, all your fellow people that paid as much money as you to be there. That's always the balance.
I think there, you know, I did work at Disney World and live there in Florida, and I didn't live stream from the parks very often. And the reason was I wanted to enjoy the people I was there with. So my one word of advice for people that are live streaming and you don't live nearby and you can't go all the time, vlog it instead. Everybody wants to live stream. Don't. Enjoy the park. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. I see way too many people think, oh, I'm going to Disney. I'm going to live stream. That's fantastic. You know, we're going to do that. And and my heart hurts a little bit because I'm like, you don't get to go that much. You don't get to spend time and make memories with those people. Am I too bad for saying that?
No,
but
so
vlog it. But, you know, to worry about live streaming it and all this stuff, you know, enjoy the people. Life is so short. Enjoy the people you're with.
So funny story for us. We go to the Boo Bash this past year. We were at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, Universal trip, and had one night at Boo Bash. And Dave decides he had live streamed the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. Okay,
I'd live streamed in a lot of parks, but not Disney World.
So he wanted to try it, and so it was fine. But when he took it and he turned it on, I did not see him again until I found him to go give him a drink and a snack because it was 2 hours later. And then I held it for a minute and then he ran away. At the end of the night, he's like, oh, I didn't write anything. I'm like, yeah, because you were around with the lights. Like he was.
But I live streamed and I caught everything in Boo Bash. Yeah, but it took me 3
hours.
That's
cool. Wow.
That entire party, we saw all the characters. We saw all the cavalcades. We got a snack, all the stuff. But I didn't ride a single ride.
And he didn't spend time with his wife. So, you know what I mean? Like, he takes off, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And the kids, we planned they were going to do their own thing. So I kind of spent the party with myself.
That was my only day.
I had a great time, but
I think that was my only day in Disney World last year.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's a choice when you do it. And if you're
I mean, if it's okay with the people that you're with and those times. So I didn't mean to be like, don't do it.
No, but it's true.
But think about it. You know, if
your whole focus has to be that, because you have people there and you can't walk into people and you're entertaining them, and it's a lot.
Even our local parks, it's like when I go to Six Flags over Georgia or Wild Adventures down in Valdosta, a lot of times I go in there and now I'm going to work. I mean, I'm bringing my camera, I got all the batteries, I got the gimbal maybe if I'm doing a live stream. If not, I'm doing a vlog. I know what I'm trying to capture. And so like the kids, they keep me grounded to like turn the camera off. We're gonna ride some rides. And you don't need that. We've already vlogged that, or that's not important. So that's what it's good.
I like that. I do. I think we overwhelm ourselves. We get in this thing and we think we've got to do everything. So when I lived nearby, I would have like a focus. Like, okay, we're gonna eat at this restaurant that we haven't eaten at before. I'm gonna film that, and then I'm putting my phone or camera away, and I'm gonna enjoy the people I'm with. So I would be very targeted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you do need that balance. The teenagers do not want to go around with us with our cameras,
Right. Although they come back when their money runs out, but that's okay.
That never ends. Yes. So
Kelly, what about this? Might be a good transition into.
Nick, that was my favorite. I'm sorry, Nick, that was my
That's okay.
favorite comment yet. So I actually pinned it because it made me laugh so hard. Anyway.
We talked about maybe giving a tech tip or two. I guess one is not to hit delete, but
James's face when you just said for me to give a tech tip. Pure gold. Pure gold. I am not tech savvy. I'm not. But if anybody in chat is thinking like, I like watching this YouTube thing. I think I want to do it. Do it. Don't wait till you get like the best equipment or the best microphone or the best this or the best that. If you have a smartphone, start. Go ahead, start. You'll get better. You don't have to start, with everything, thousands of dollars of equipment. You'll never get going then. So start with what you have as you go, get more things. And like I was sharing backstage, my very first vlog, I did not know how to like do a voiceover. I didn't know how to add graphics. It's literally like a slideshow. And I keep it up on the channel for two reasons. It's a fantastic memory that I want to forever enjoy. Kennedy and I went to the afternoon tea at the Disneyland Hotel at Steakhouse 55. Wow. And it was absolutely magical. And so I want to keep that memory, but I also want to I beat myself up a lot. Like I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not techie enough. I'm not whatever. But I kind of keep that one up because I feel like each vlog, each live stream, I learn something. I learn, what I did wrong. I didn't learn what I did right. I might learn a new techie skill, so I just keep it up so I remember that.
For instance, we just bought a new phone and we're going to dedicate it to use in the parks. And I mean that's a brand. Your phone has all sorts of gadgets and gadgets on it. So if you use it for streaming, it's not going to be effective as one that you just use for streaming. So I mean,
but I would only worry about that if you're really going to be streaming a lot from a location. But if you're just thinking I would just want to dive into YouTube, don't worry about it. Just use your phone, use your computer, and start. It's called YouTube, and you do you. And I think that's what I love about this thing called YouTube. Chris and Dave have an amazing channel. It's very different than mine. I love that. I love watching Walt and Melissa go around the park, and I love, Dean the Turkey Lacer is super hilarious. I love Movie Mania Nick, who his reviews are amazing. So don't wait.
Even someone like Danny from Griswold Family Vacation.
I love him. Yes.
Danny's
the trivia night
in chat right now.
All the family game nights. Yeah.
And then he'll also go to these wonderful places and share them.
National parks.
I really wish I had known they were in Arizona. They went to one of my favorite places, the Chapel in the Rock. They're in Sedona. They went, oh my goodness, they went to so many great places. So
I mean, it's just wonderful awesome. Because you can sit, and I'll tell you my experience. My odyssey into YouTube came as a viewer first, back in the vlog days when there was no such thing as live streams. And I've never had the experience where if I needed a mood booster, I would go and look at some of the wonderful work done by creators and never leave the screen not feeling better about life and the places that they visit. And I think that's one of the gifts you creators bring, is you make us feel better and entertain us. And there's nothing whatsoever wrong with entertainment and smiling and fun at the end of the day.
Well, I agree with Kelly, like the diversity. I mean, I'm on there watching YouTube, and when I'm not editing my own videos or planning our own trips, I'm watching another vlogger, somebody I like, and then I'll watch somebody else, and maybe the same subject, it may not be, but I'd like to see somebody else's take. And normally, I saw somebody say you gravitate to the people whose personality you like, no matter what they're talking about, eventually, if you watch them long enough, right? I mean,
and that's why you want to be you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I know when I hear like people say, oh, I want to start a channel, I want to do this, I want, and they feel like they have to buy a bunch of merch to show, or they have to do, no, just do you, be you. Because people like you, they're gonna want to watch because of you.
I'm sorry. Can we get a freeze frame on that? Did you just indicate that you did
take him
not
out?
want-
Take him out.
that you did not want to buy?
No, I was telling other people they don't have to. But I need all the merch. But
That's
Ryan.
preserved. If they don't hit a delete button, that line is preserved forever. I will hunt it down.
I'm
I'm sorry,
others,
James. Kelly
right?
should only do that, not me. But
No.
That's all right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But no, what was I was gonna say something before you.
I don't know. I took them out. That broke your concentration.
So, Kelly, what is your strategy with social media? Because you have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You put up all of when you're going to do a live stream of your videos, you put that on Instagram, but you do share some other things. Like, do you have a special?
I need a strategy. So if anybody, wants to come help me out. Now, my girls have told me I need to delve into like Reels and TikTok. And my girls have told me that I really need to show more of like me, like who I am and what I do. So I don't know, because actually when I first started YouTube, you'll notice like my first 100 videos, I'm actually not in them, because my daughter Taylor Ray said to me, do not show yourself. Do not be in the videos. You can voice over. She goes, nobody wants to see that.
Oh man, that's such a child, isn't it?
So
supportive.
I see the godfather of the community has come in with a hit and run.
Goodness.
Hey, Pete. Thanks for joining or coming in for a little bit. So appreciate it.
He texted me a moment ago and said, "Go Browns." So that's I thought.
Check out Pete's channel.
I don't believe it.
He's a great supporter of the entire Disney community, and I watch his channel a lot, as Chris can tell you. And we do fantasy football with Pete, and he's great.
Sports and interviews.
Yes,
with all sorts of people.
Yes. So thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate it, Pete.
His support means everything, and his his humor just is the best.
To get back to putting you on YouTube, I think when we consciously started, we try not to be, I would call it, in the camera frame too much. And I think as we get more comfortable on YouTube, you see us a little bit more. But one thing that we consciously try to do is that when we go to the park, we try to show you the park and not be in every single frame.
Yeah.
So
you can yourself. It's not hard.
I think it definitely depends on what your subject matter is for that vlog. But I was not in anything, not a picture. Taylor said no one wants to see it. No one. And it was about a year ago. She said, you know what? I hate to admit this, but I think you should start being in your vlogs, because for whatever reason I don't understand, people like it.
That's so funny.
It's so funny.
It is interesting though, watching like TikTok or like Instagram Reels. People are very successful when they are the first person speaking to the camera and sharing their lives. That's what I'm observing. Not everyone is like that, but a lot of them are. So it's definitely, but it's a conscious decision to do that, right? Because you're not highlighting your content. You can, but you're also highlighting yourself more. So
yes. And to answer your social media, I need to be so much better at it. But I do usually post about an hour before the stream on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm pretty selective about it because I don't want to bombard people. So I usually will tag on Instagram only, like my very bestest friends or members of the channel. And then on Facebook, I do share to Pete McDevitt Show group because I really respect that group, and a lot of our friends are there. I posted on my personal kind of Mickey Bunch page, and then Candy Mom. So I don't saturate it. I'm probably not very good. And James says Twitter because I will not do Twitter. Twitter drives me crazy.
I've also been thinking of a newspaper strategy to take ads, but
oh my goodness!
Because I'm the last guy in the country that actually gets a newspaper on my stoop every morning.
You're going to do the ads by fax, James?
No, Your
Hey,
matrix
listen,
printer's
I
going.
got a new phone that has like buttons. It used to die on
He
it.
has a flip phone. It's really nice.
But I think social media is something that's important to a channel to alert your people that you're coming on. Now, when you move to the more newer things, whether it be, I don't go to TikTok. I tried, and like a big bar came up and said, over 60, get out.
Actually, you'd be surprised, James. If you get in there and it starts understanding what you like, you're going to find a bunch of people with your similar interests. My TikTok is very different from my daughter's TikTok, for example.
Okay.
So,
And then there's new
totally
kids on the
different
block. You know, the emergence of Vimeo and other services that are sort of
Yeah.
going to be out there and be players. But I mean, my assessment as a viewer and someone who moderates a few channels is both your channels are hallmarked by people engaged in the business of fun. And the litmus test I apply as where I go is, do I feel I've been invited to your living room as a guest and a friend? And am I at my ease there? And if I feel I'm with friends, boy, I'll stay with you forever, as much as I'd like you to stay with me forever. And if I feel I'm being talked down to, then I'll choose something else. And I think both of you do that very, very well.
We take that, I don't know, Kelly, thank you for that. We take that very seriously. You know, I try to do that when I walk around the park. Am I talking to the person and giving them a fair assessment and not telling them what to do, just showing them my experience, how much something costs.
And the cost is a big thing we cover because it's expensive to go all the places we do. So Dave used, similar to you, Kelly, he used YouTube for several years searching and trying to figure out hotel stays. Before we went to California, Disneyland, like we watched all sorts of videos. This is years ago now when people weren't doing it, of all the different hotels and what experiences we should have and where we should eat. And so, it's definitely something we think about.
It's funny because I think costs have driven people to exactly that level of inquiry. As recently as 3 years ago, it was anathema. You didn't talk about hotels outside of the bubble. And you didn't go to Universal. It was the dark side. Now I think people are being very, very cost conscious and effective, looking at hotel opportunities, look at alternative parks, and including Disney. And there I think YouTube is an extraordinary resource because it's people you already know and trust giving you solid information.
And I think giving an honest information. We have a series that we do during brunch where we talk about, saving money on your vacation. So staying at hotels, if you can save $1,500 on a 5-night stay, that's money you can spend more on merch.
Well, no, it's serious money. These hotels are serious money.
Serious money. And I mean, honestly, if you're doing Disney right, you're very, very little in that hotel room, right? So, so we have a whole series on saving money on your Disney trip, your Universal trip, your Disneyland trip. Because I think it is needed right now. And I think somebody needs to say it's okay to stay out of the bubble if that means that you get more vacation or to take a vacation that you couldn't afford otherwise.
Or
we want more people to get to Disney.
It's okay to do a little Disney, little Universal on the same trip. Or
SeaWorld.
Recently, we've just done Universal the last several trips. Yeah.
Just because go ahead, James.
Absolutely. I think for the longest time it was one park or none, but I think by expanding the horizons, and let's be plain and honest, some of the Universal facilities and hotels are spectacular.
They are great.
And their annual pass pricing is much more competitive than Disney's.
I think you did a vlog where you were in the boat. Am I right? Where you go from hotel to the
Cabana Bay, we've done World Pacific. We just did Hard Rock. We're going to stay at Portofino Bay for the first time coming up in Halloween Horror Nights. So I think the Universal hotels are spectacular value.
I do too.
Especially compared to the Disney.
I don't think it has to be either or. I think it can be both, like you said.
It's your vacation.
the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I think it's the best of storytelling. It is so immersive. I am a Harry Potter fanatic, and it feels like you're there. And I applaud Universal for bringing that to us. And that is something I just absolutely love. Doesn't mean I don't love Disney. I absolutely love Disney. But
Right.
you know, I think it's just more. It's, you know, just more.
And,
Give
and,
us
I,
more.
and it gives you more opportunities and choices. And I have valued some of the information I've received from YouTubers on Universal and SeaWorld and some of the other places. And
I tell
we
you
had,
what, I took the Jalen to Legoland in Florida,
I
and
was going to
it
mention that.
blew my mind how awesome that place was. It was so fun. The one in California is really just for little kids. I was blown away by the Legoland. It was so stinking fun. So, um, you know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of fun things to do. And then everybody talks about theme parks. Florida has so much to offer that is not theme parks. You know, the springs, the beaches, the history in
And
Florida is incredible.
we have a
You
vlog
know,
we
so
haven't
there's so
released yet
many fun things to do.
that we did at the Space Center, which
I
is
was
a
about to say the
Yeah.
Space Center. Yeah.
That was really cool.
We had a
did that.
spectacular day at the Kennedy Space Center.
We really did, and it very emotional too. You know, when
national pride.
you just walk out feeling like I'm so proud to be an American.
Absolutely.
I love the USA.
Now, does the Mickey Bunch? Do you do cruises? I haven't seen
I
any
have
recent ones.
never been on a cruise, so but I want to. I want to. So it's on the list. It's on the list, and I definitely want to start with a Disney cruise.
I was on a cruise and then we stopped and attacked Grenada. That's my last seaborne experience.
I don't know if that was a cruise or a military
Um,
action.
That's a different type of ship, not as much
But
luxury.
we are gonna. It's on the bucket list. It's deep on the
Yes.
bucket list, but it's there.
Same here. We have not done a Disney cruise. I've not done any cruise. I think Chris has been on
Years ago.
Miami Girl over
Yeah,
here.
but
Seen
it
a
was
bunch of
years
cruise
ago.
ships, but
I always tell them just because you lived in Miami didn't mean you lived on a cruise ship. Most people I know didn't cruise. It's people coming in for vacation.
Right.
He's always like, "You're from Miami. How come you didn't cruise a lot?" I'm like, "Because we didn't. We went on car trips and went around the United States and stuff." So
Cool.
Yes, I agree, Dawn, so much with what you're saying.
So you two will be star guests when we do when 50 States arrives in the Peach State, correct?
I'm looking forward to it. If the invite's out there, we'll definitely give our 2 cents on Georgia.
And you're going
Yes.
to join us on Indiana.
And I need to find
And
Kelly.
Florida,
Dave,
too.
when we started dating, Dave gave me this book on Indiana legends, and I need to find it so that he can show that during your live stream. Like, if I'm from Indiana and it's God's country, and I'm so proud of this state. Here, look, read up on people from Indiana, and I'm like,
Oh my goodness! If you find
I-
it, send me the title so I
I
can
have
look
to.
it up
I have
as
to
well.
find it.
You know, I think that's what I love about the 50 States of Disney so much is we're all so prideful of where we came from, you know. And each of the states, even though we're united as Americans, each state has its own flavor. It just has its own things that we're proud of. And so, you know, I come from a very small town with one stoplight. Actually, I didn't even live in town. We lived out in the country, but Boonville, Indiana, just across the Ohio River from Owensboro, Kentucky. And
Is that close to Santa Claus?
It is. It's literally 10 minutes from Santa Claus, Indiana. You know, that's how I found these amazing people right here. Is they went to Holiday World, which used to be Santa Claus land, and but they went to Santa Claus, Indiana, and it's so that's how I found you guys, and then I stalked them. I watched like every video and was like, would you come on my channel, please? Because I adore you guys.
We appreciate you promoting our channel too. That obviously that helps us, but
I'm happy to.
We promote channels that we actually watch and enjoy. And I know as a mod, I've dropped your link lots and lots of times, but lots and lots of times is like me saying, I really like their stuff. So and I do.
I try to do that. I'm in a lot of Disney streams, and most of the time it's me when they see Adventures by D, because they'll say, the people that know me say, "Hi, Dave." Like
sometimes it'll be me. I'm like, wait, that's me.
I always
but most of the time,
just to be safe, I always say, "Hi, Chris and Dave."
It's usually Dave. I usually go in under Adventures by D, Chris or something. So, but he like I can't tell you how many times I go into his office and Mickey Brunch Bunch is going, and he'll have it on the TV or something. It's not even on the computer.
Only during my lunch hour during the week.
Yes.
Right. During official times when he's not distracted from his work. I get that.
Yes.
I get that.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you, Karki, for posting that. We are going to be doing Michigan tonight. Carol's going to be on Karki, and
awesome.
Space Mountain Dave. It's going to be super fun.
At which point I will reveal the 200-year fight between Ohio and Michigan. What got it started and why?
And it's not football. It started before the football, so very exciting.
It started back during the time of Andy Jackson. And,
wow.
So
that's it. Go ahead.
No, you go, James.
I was just going to complete and say that if that's not tease enough, Kelly will also have celebrities and all the fun stuff that goes with the state besides my boring history lesson. So, did you see that eye roll? Did you see that, folks?
We were just talking today about some of the music legends from Detroit and Michigan in our car trip we were doing today. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Home
of Motown, baby. Good stuff there.
I think we went up to Helen, Georgia, up the Bavarian town here north of us by a little bit. And somewhere is Blair and Bob Seger. And Chris asked me where he's from. I'm like, I believe he's from Detroit, Michigan.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is.
Yes.
And the Silver Bullets were all from Detroit, too. Yep.
See that?
Hi, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Kelly, before we go, I know Dave wanted to ask, when we drive up I-75 and we're in Georgia heading north or south of Atlanta, the Whistle Stop Cafe is one of the billboards we have not pulled over. Is it a good place to eat? Understand?
Oh, my goodness.
Tomatoes, but
okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to give a long answer. Yes, and yes. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Fried Green Tomatoes, the movie. I'm a big fan of Fried Green Tomatoes, the food. The Whistle Stop is so cool. You are walking into the movie. They have kept it exactly the same. They have homemade right there on property pies and cakes and everything deep fried. I got the catfish. I mean, I feel like they just got it out of the lake behind the Whistle Stop Cafe. There's awesome like antique stores and really quirky little cool stores that are now in the houses that line that street. The train goes right by and whistles. It was just the coolest experience. But the food is to die for. Absolutely so good. Just great home cooked Southern food. So
we need to do it. He's watched your video on it, and he's like, I need to ask her, because we were in Blue Ridge also this weekend. We went blueberry picking and we ate at a Southern restaurant, and that's what made him talk about. I wonder about the Whistle Stop Cafe.
The food was so good. I will say the portions are ginormous. So Kennedy and I majorly over ordered. So they had this. So we got like this appetizer. We both got dinners. It was a lot of food. They are generous with the food, but it was just absolutely magical. It was so good.
Did they film other parts of that movie around there? Like let's say when
they did. You can get a list and of exactly where they filmed, because there were other locations rather than just Whistle Stop, but they still have some things left over from remnants of the movie, like where they bury a kid's arm when he loses his arm on the railroad track. They all have like a funeral. There's still that like headstone there, so you can see that. You can see in the back where they had the barbecue pit where the secret's in the sauce. You can go and see that. So the train station, the little train stop is still there. So you can.
I was going to ask if it was near the train tracks, like it appears to be in the.
Oh yeah, it's right there. And then several of the buildings were used for different things in the movie. and now they're like little shops or something, but they've kept the facade, the outside, nearly the same. So it was a really, really cool experience for Kennedy and I. And she had not seen the movie, and she loved it. Just being there and eating there and shopping there. And then we just recently watched the movie together, and she was like, "Ah, that's so cool. That's where we went." You know, it's really
I'm
fun.
assuming all the Kathy Bates stuff was filmed someplace else, since that's more like present
It's
day.
nearby though.
Is it really?
It is nearby. We thought we were gonna stop, have lunch, and leave. We were there 8 hours.
Oh wow.
And
Oh, wow.
and they literally, I mean, I think it was James saying you can't drive in the dark. You have to, you know, stop and get a hotel somewhere, so you have to leave. Or else we would have spent more time. It was so fantastic.
Oh wow. We're gonna have
really,
to go
really
now.
great day.
Let's
And
see.
I bought some really cool Disney stuff at the antique store. I got like a vintage like Mickey clock that has like a little pendulum thing, and we bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a bunch of lion, like, remember the old like tape, well, these were like from Matthew's time, but cassette tapes with the book, and then it dings and you change the
Oh,
page.
yes,
And
yes.
so I bought like some of those for Matthew. And the dinosaur, remember the dinosaur show? It's on Disney Plus now, but you know, with the not the mama. I found the like toys from that. And anyway,
I should say Tawanda. That's what I should say.
Tawanda. Oh my gosh, they have so much like t-shirts and merch there that says, you know, Tawanda forever. And the what it's a bee charmer, and just really cool stuff. So
Notice a trend there, ladies and gentlemen. Notice how great
It's all about the
affection
merch.
pours forth when she talks about purchasing merch. It's
I did
All
see your
of it.
eyes light up. Yes.
yeah,
light up. Wow. I mean, that was.
you had me at food and merch.
I want to say welcome into Passhole Repair, Mike and Val.
I love
They're
Mike and
great on the
Val.
Newlywed Game on your channel too, Kelly.
And they're
Yes.
newlyweds.
Welcome in the Rally Creative. John
Blaine.
has been here. Surf Bomb. Who else did we miss? Rachel, welcome in.
Hi, Rachel.
And is that Joy or Jay?
I think
Jason?
that's Justin.
That's
Justin. Okay, welcome in, Justin. Thank you all for joining. If you're enjoying the stream, give us a big thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing. I think I know most of the people in the chat, but if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And we appreciate you being here. Appreciate supporting Adventures by D. If you
We
don't
love
know
you
us,
guys.
I'm Dave. It's Chris. We're family-friendly vloggers from the Atlanta, Georgia area. So what's coming up on the Mickey Bunch channel?
Well, I keep talking about it because I'm so excited, but in about an hour, we're going to have the 50 states of Disney, Michigan. We're going to spill the Disney tea about Michigan. We have some great friends coming on. So I would love, love, love for everyone to kind of go get a drink, get a snack, get comfy, and come explore Michigan with us. And then this week on Tuesday, we're going to talk about what not to do at Disney for Brunch with the Bunch. And so, you know, thank you so much, everyone. And please go check out my Let's Go Have Breakfast.
Oops.
I'm like,
sorry.
no.
It was going so well, and then I hit the wrong button.
You know, I have this effect on
you.
people. I ruined their tech knowledge.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
There we are. Okay.
Just keep
I'm like,
pushing
wait, you're
buttons.
clicking the.
Just keep pushing buttons. That usually works.
That's what Garrett says for our friends from Monarch Moment. Keep pushing buttons.
Yes,
So
that's
what I'll
key to
keep
life.
doing
Key
here.
to life.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
All right. There we
There
go.
we go. Yay!
Now James has got the top right. I don't know
All
why.
right.
Well, I
You've
mean,
been promoted, James.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, it'll be a first, but I mean, you don't put Ed McMahon in the right-hand side. You got to, you know, Johnny goes there. But.
So, James, how many vlogs are you on average a week with the Mickey Bunch? You're on almost all of them, aren't you? In there.
Some of the, I'd say about 90%. We sort of organize our time to be supportive of one another. And quite frankly, the people that come into the Mickey Bunch, I really like. It's just like when I visit streams and moderate them, I really like them. So it's an application of what I've always believed. I'm going over to my friend's house to talk. So I'm there a lot. And I, you know, occasionally get to talk about something other than merchandise or trips. So
Oh.
I'm there a lot.
All right, Chris, what do we have coming up on our channel? Here, you can read the notes.
I don't know. Do I need to read the notes?
I don't know. Do you? What's in the editing bay?
Well, we
Coming
have
soon.
we went to Universal Studios Orlando, so we have additional content coming out. We've released videos. Our daughter Madison, she likes to dress up or cosplay, and she did on her own from Despicable Me. She dressed as Vector, the villain from the first Despicable Me,
sure.
and she went in her orange jumpsuit, and she had these glasses, and she met Vector. And so I kind of chronicle her day dressing as this character, which really nobody would, so it's she had a great time, and all the people there were so nice. The team members that work at Universal, it was actually to walk around, and she rode a bunch of rides, so she had a great time.
I love that. Oh my goodness, I'm all about Disney bounding, so I love that she's doing it at Universal too.
Yeah, she did. So and previously she's dressed as Harry Potter, and she went in also. That was a couple years ago. She even had like a Harry Potter wig, and she was below the age where you're allowed to dress up at that time, so she
that's cool.
in with the glasses, a wig, sweater, pants,
it was so
tie.
hot that day too.
It was so hot, and she did full Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Most of the time I get pulled in by one of the cast members there in Universal, and they want to talk about me being a Weasley and things like that. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But I like to dress up too.
That's fun.
I got my house robes and my wand and my little hat. Oh my gosh, I love it.
We had some friends asking us about, well, what do people wear at Universal? And I was like, actually, 90% of people are wearing Harry Potter merchandise. They go all in, walking around, all ages. It's so great to see. So what you see a lot of T-shirts, but at Universal you see more of the capes and all that with it too.
Yes. I have the official McGonagall hat, which is huge and ridiculous and has this big feather and yes. So yes.
Cool.
So other videos coming soon. Let me read them.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
So for Father's Day, I went to a wonderful auto museum, Savoy Auto Museum, right up the road here in Cartersville, Georgia. So
and it just opened at Christmas.
Yes,
this auto museum.
It's brand new.
They have a great
collection.
Indy cars, Formula One, NASCARs, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, old timey Woody station wagons. You're going to see it all in that vlog. So I'm working hard to get that out by Father's Day. Also, we did another Braves experience. We took the tour of the Braves Stadium, Atlanta Braves baseball. And so we went for club seating. We kind of show you what that experience is like and kind of ask the question, is it worth it? And then Madison and I went to our local water park, Six Flags Whitewater. So we just ago, and it's a 70-acre water park, which is bigger than any Universal or Disney water park. So you see
Wow. Now, do they have like water coasters?
They don't have a water coaster there, do they?
They have some larger water slides, 2 and 3 people water slides. So you're going to see that in the vlog. It's a pretty good water park. Yeah, and you can see me riding out. We were invited out for Media Day there, and I rode their newest Python plunge. So you can see that video on our channel.
All right. That's
Congratulations.
neat.
Thank you. What else, Chris?
And Six Flags Over Georgia is going to have their 55th anniversary coming up here in just a few days.
Yes.
So we're going to be there for that, celebrating their birthday. Believe it or not, it's been around 55 years already here in Georgia. So
that's terrific.
A lot of great things. A lot of great things turned 55 this year. So I'm just saying.
God. Not me.
Anyway. So Kelly, James, any last advice or anything you didn't mention you want to get in before we end the stream? I know you got your stream coming up at 9 Eastern.
I just want to say thank you so much for inviting us on. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. We love Chris and Dave, all our friends that are in chat. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. They are fantastic, and you will so much be happy that you hit that button.
Hey, Michael, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. It looks like you're new here, so hopefully you enjoy the stream. Sorry, Michelle. Did you get
And
that
who
right?
could match that?
I'm too vain to wear my glasses on stream. Is that true for someone else with a D that starts their name?
I do have
Well,
my contacts in. It's
It's
supposed
not
to help.
me. I wear my Clark
Sorry,
Kent.
Michelle. I apologize for that. You probably knew. Now you're not coming back because I called you Michael.
No, welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. So happy to see you.
And Kelly, we'll be tuning in at 9 Eastern tonight because you have Car Key in there, and she's very elusive. I think she's only been on one other stream.
I am
right?
so excited.
Don't be nervous, Car Key. Don't be nervous.
She is Car Key. Carol is one of my favorite YouTube personalities.
Yes, she is.
First of all, she's an extraordinary woman, but I have a special affection for educators. I mean, we only entrust them with passing civilization on to our students, and I've always admired them greatly. And if you think about the lives of any person, it's your parents and your educators that spend a great deal of time defining you. And Carol is a spectacular example of how great that can be. So we will be looking forward, and thanks for inviting us. Kelly was so right. It's nice to be with you when you're on stream. It's nice to be with you here. You're good people, and I enjoyed being with you, and Kelly enjoyed being with you. And thanks for inviting.
I hope my teenagers hear the part where you said we're good people.
Well, perhaps they could then talk to our kids and the same.
Nobody wants to see that. That's forever ingrained.
Okay, well, stay on for a second, James and Kelly. We're just going to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Thank you, everyone, for
Don't
being
forget
here.
to go over to Kelly's channel. Go over to the Mickey Bunch channel in about 45 minutes here. She's going to have her stream at 9 o'clock highlighting Michigan, the Disney state of Michigan. Did I get the title right?
Yes,
Sure.
50 States of Disney, Michigan. Woo!
All right. So we'll go over there at 9 o'clock. And thanks for joining into Adventures by D. Hope you come back if you're new. Hit that thumbs button on your way out. And thank you so much. And I just want to say what we usually say at the end. And James and Kelly stay on here. What do we say at the end till the next adventure, Chris?
May the adventures be with you.
Oh, good job.
I love that.
The cat even said bye.
Yeah, the cat said bye.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you on Kelly's channel at 9.
That's right.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and
ringing a bell
so you'll be notified of our next upload. And as always, may the adventures be with you.